Attention. Please let us have your attention. You are now about to enter another dimension. So open your mind, push reset, and reboot your computer.
Time to kick it from the start, but save the best for last. Just sit back, relax, and ease your minds with Ned and Pat. You never know where they're going or what they're gonna say. They start in Leslie County, they end up on Pirate Bay. They keep the special guests coming like some interviews disciples. 1 minute it's DDP, then the next it's Shawn Michaels. Retro phenomenons, bringing throwback back. Like Nico with a symbol, or when Patrick's name was Brack. Chuckles in my belly, now it's time to let them out. Ned and Pat, they got the funnies, and Nico's got the rap. So what y'all waiting for? Time to pull you up a seat and kill the radio. This podcast is yours to keep. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Ned and Pat.
Hello again, all of our little bombadillies.
We still going with Bombadilly.
For the time being, until I think of something better.
And not murderers.
Well, they could be murderers because they're radio killers. I'm Pat, and beside me, this gorgeous creature of the night
Vampiric creature
is Ned. And we're coming to you with episode number 10 of Kill Your Radio. Who would have ever thought that we would have made it this far? I mean, it's like a milestone. Really. Don't you think?
Yeah, you're so gingerly with your introductions.
I know. I'm going to have to get more wacky with it, I guess.
Like what was his name? The Scream on Wayne's World.
Oh.
And Handsome Dan.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that where we got this new stuff, I'm trying to be quiet because I think it'll be too loud.
Pat's Leslie County's little sweetheart.
I am. I have been for years. Everybody knows it.
You ever listen to, his name was Jeremy Thorne?
No.
Something like that.
No.
He... You wouldn't have heard it because he's on the radio.
Right. And I'm anti-radio.
But he always calls himself America's sweetheart.
You know, there's a lot of people that are so-called America's sweethearts, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a guy on the radio calling himself that.
I think right now Honey Boo Boo's America's sweetheart.
God, I was just sleeping good.
You thought about that this week, didn't you?
No. But I have just felt consistently bad every day since.
It's all because Honey Boo Boo. I found out that just before the show aired, that like the CPS came out there on them because supposedly the parents were beating the kids.
I couldn't see that.
No, never.
It seemed like such a loving family.
Yeah. They give her pig away on the last episode. She's real sad. It was pitiful. I done told you.
I hate to see children lose pigs now.
Yeah, it's a horrible... It's a vicious cycle is what it is.
I remember about 2 months ago, I was thinking about that, and I wrote Mitt Romney and Hal Rogers a letter about kids losing their beloved pigs.
Because Hal Rogers knows everything there is to know about everything.
He's the go-to guy.
He is. But we'll get to them in just a minute. I guess the first thing on the agenda, couldn't pass it up. Arizona drifter is jailed for skinning a cat and wearing the tail.
You was telling me about that.
Yeah, so apparently this dude was, it's what we would call a hobo or a homeless guy, I guess.
A tramp,
a scallywag. He got caught with he killed a cat and wore its tail and its innards around his neck and was sentenced to 2 years in prison on Wednesday. But the story goes on. You see, This guy had just got out of jail, so his defense in this whole cat killing case was that he didn't have anywhere to live and hadn't eat for a couple of days. So he got a stick and hit the cat with it and then stabbed it. And he was wearing the tail and the innards around his neck and had some of the other organs in a cooler. And he said he planned on stuffing the cat and saving the skeleton for decoration for a party.
Do you think he'd already used up his cat tag for the year?
I don't know. I mean, I wonder if they're hard to get out west.
Man, I've thought about this before. But a cat is the most unappetizing thing to imagine eating.
It really is. There's no
Out of all the mammals, everything that goes in and out of a cat's body smells horrible.
Oh yeah. I mean, cat food, dead mice.
And you know they're like just nothing but gristly muscle. And
Yeah. How could you even want to eat a cat? Which, I mean, the guy hadn't eaten for 2 days.
And like dogs, they sort of have like a more balanced diet
Mm-hmm.
since they've evolved from the wolf.
Right.
But cats, all they eat is straight carnage.
Oh yeah.
All they eat is the heart wrenching cries of dying things going into their stomachs.
And then if you die, they'll eat you.
Yeah,
It's true, folks.
and they'll be your best friend every day till then.
Yeah.
So think about that.
They'll love you and
They'll rub up against your leg. They're tenderizing it, people.
yeah.
They're thinking about it.
be
How
warned.
delicious it is.
The cats will survive the zombie apocalypse.
Do you remember seeing a video a long time ago? It was before the internet.
There was videos before the internet.
Yeah, you had to trade them on street corners, like under trench coats.
There's a street corner in Hyden.
There's 1,
Oh yeah.
2.
Yeah. I
A
forgot.
2.
Yeah.
Like the
A
Tootsie
2.
Roll pop out.
A 1. A 2.
A 2.
2.
But anyway, it was this crazy little Russian man that trained cats, and he would make them do handstands and stuff. And like they would even like walk tight ropes, and like he had a little jungle gym of circus tricks for him to do.
Man.
Russians are frightening, and let me tell you why. They have the concentration
Of a camp?
to become world-class dominant chess players and train cats.
I mean, there's no way to argue what you just said because we have video proof of the cats, and Russians can beat computers playing chess.
They could for a while.
Well, yeah, now it's got a little wacky, but
Now Kasparov's turned into a may get assassinated as a political dissident anytime.
but I thought that was a little wacky. This
Wait. The article is saying, as I'm looking at it, that he was jailed for skinning the cat and wearing the tail. Like, is that the worst part of what he did?
Right. Well, it says that the police arrested him after he broke into a Phoenix warehouse that was used as a music venue. But he pleaded no contest to a felony animal cruelty, and he pled guilty to burglary. But it's saying, I mean, the emphasis is that he skinned the cat and wore its tail, and that's what he's in prison for. So, are they not worried about the burgling that took place, or?
I guess it didn't make for such a magnificent story as the cat part.
No, I mean, that's
I mean, I had a cat the whole time I was little. 2 of them, actually.
Yeah, we've got a few up here.
I mean, it was like we owned it its entire life. You know, it was like a nice cat. I mean, we loved it and stuff. But,
Yeah.
you see these ones running around the mountains that are like, look, like these crazy beasts, like feral cats.
I love them to death, but they kind of freak me out.
They do freak me out too.
Because you can tell that they're shady.
Yeah.
You can just by looking at them.
I know.
Man.
They do strange things.
They do. They eat strange things. Yeah.
They have horrible toxoplasma.
Yeah. And apparently you can get high by them pissing on you. You've not seen that episode of South Park, have you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Cheesing. I wonder if that's true. Can you really get high from cat piss?
I don't know. Remember when they were claiming in Africa that people were putting shit and piss in bottles and huffing it like gas and getting high?
Yeah.
But I don't think that was true.
I remember the thing on Family Guy when they were leaking the frogs. I think that's real, though.
Yeah, I'd say you would have to probably maybe smoke them or something, though. I know it's on their body,
They
for
secrete,
sure.
They secrete a good amount
Yeah,
of
it's
poison.
there.
It's pretty highly toxic, apparently, because
I don't even know if it's poison. It might be like DMT or something. That's just a straight hallucinogen.
who knows?
The frog knows.
The frog knows all.
Bo knows frog highs.
So that's the bit of wacky news today.
We're gonna bring back Bo knows.
It's like Sonny Bono?
No, remember Bo knows baseball?
No. He's looking at me weird.
Really?
No, I really don't. What? What have I missed?
Bo? What was his name? Bo Jackson?
Oh, yeah!
Bo knows football?
Yeah. It's like what used to be Pop Warner.
Yeah.
And then it's Bo Jackson.
It was like 90s. It's like No Fear or something for a while.
Like, it was like the Dare of sports.
Yeah.
Like, don't do drugs, play baseball.
It was just one of them catchphrases that was big.
Blast from the past.
I love Blast from the Past because they never hold up. Except for Larry Bird. He's the best. He's the baddest thing ever.
Hell yeah.
Him and his little white beard.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, continue on.
Him and Rocco's Modern Life. Okay. Anyway. But that's the bit of crazy, wacky news that we found amusing. And I'm sure there's a ton more that we could find, but we have other things to get on to. Such as the Republican National Convention.
I've actually been watching this.
But see, I'm not. I've just been reading posts on Facebook about it. Because
I watched some of it.
well, let's go ahead and set the record straight here. We're not endorsing either side on anything, right?
This has nothing to do with politics. This has to do with political conventions,
And lunacy.
like RNC and DNC both. And I was telling Pat, how do they find people to go to these things? I mean, unless you've got like a horse in the race and you're really... But the people that are there that have like the fun... Like they're at a New Orleans party with the big crazy hat and stuff.
The people in the back.
The people, that are like delegates and...
Yeah, I mean, you got
Like they're all excited and stuff.
you got the people in the cheap seats that are going wild, and you don't understand why they're there, right?
Yeah, exactly. And they've got Hark.
Well, that's not going to work out. Anyway,
Not somebody for the air.
no. But anyway, back to the Republicans.
But yeah. And they have, each news network has their own minute by minute little crow's nest up in the 1,000-foot rafters. It's like in Star Wars in the Senate. They're in that big giant room. People giving speeches give a speech, and then they float up on a little thing. And they ask them. I just don't understand.
I don't know.
I've watched like 15 speeches, and I've not heard one thing that was them actually saying anything.
It's
so silly.
And then the bands,
yeah,
and the celebrity figures, and
they get. I don't know. Political pundits are strange folk. They get like such a hard on for these speeches. Like, it's make or break for the campaign. It's make or break. And they get up there and they're like, we want America to succeed. We're tired of not succeeding because we're a great nation.
It's time to succeed.
It's time to create jobs
and succeed.
Let's get everybody back to work.
Let's succeed.
We want to make everybody make more money in this country.
And succeed.
And not have to lose their house.
Secession.
And we want to be powerful in the world. And be free.
While succeeding.
And we're going to succeed at being free and powerful in the world. And making money.
And here's 3 doors down.
And everybody's going to have a job. And here's Kid Rock. And here's...
John Boyd.
Here's guy making emphatic singing faces with soap opera hair. And they're showing montages of people driving trucks and picking corn and smiling with grandpa and sitting on a fence with a hay seed in their mouth and
having a good
working in factories and making things that run. 'Cause it's America.
Oh my God.
And the other side is trying to ruin this country. It's no secret.
Wow. And that is both of the national conventions. Except with different artists and celebrities.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, that's it.
And they didn't get Dave Mustaine as far as I could see.
And of all the people that they should have got.
Oh, the guy that's crazy conspiracy guy that would lend no credibility at all.
More Republican than any Republican at the convention.
The guy that would alienate everybody that they're trying to go for.
Maybe Ron Paul should get Dave Mustaine to just go to one of these so he can get everybody for him.
I don't see why Dave Mustaine isn't into Ron Paul.
I don't see why Dave Mustaine's not running.
He's just running.
Yeah. Like Mega Dave for write-in.
Yeah.
Has a write-in vote ever won the presidency?
Don't think so.
Yeah, that sucks. I wish we could change that.
Teddy Roosevelt ran as a progressive party the second time.
Bull Moose progressive?
But he didn't win.
He wasn't Bull Moose.
He was Bull Moose. Woo! He didn't succeed though.
Remember that was our party in our high school election.
Yeah.
And we won.
Bull Moose Progressive was like the most screw you party ever concocted. Because it was all because he hated Taft. He pretty much put Taft in office and he didn't like the job he was doing, so he tried to beat him again.
Oh my God.
Teddy Roosevelt was an intense man.
That he was. That he was.
I'm trying to think.
Don't hurt yourself.
I know. Mountain Dew helps.
It does.
I wonder how many wigs have won.
No, never mind. That was going to go down a bad road.
That was going to go down a bad road.
I'm glad I stopped myself on that one. I don't know. I never watch them. I just watch people talk about them on Facebook.
I like watching them on mute. Because they make such impassioned faces. Oh God!
You got a little erotic there.
I tell you, oh
You almost went 50 Shades of Brown.
yeah. When that guy gets up there, that's got that mousse in his hair, and it's long, but it really is not offensively long, and it's colored a real tasteful.
Light brown.
Yeah, and he's got a real nice suit on, and he's got that mic, and he's just giving it everything he's got for America.
America.
And he's making that face like, oh, America.
Oh my God.
He's got like 100 people on stage with him just going, ah, ah, ah.
Like an entire choir.
15 choirs.
Yes. That's great.
And then they're like, this man is a fireman.
He's a fireman. Yeah. He's a fireman. Oh yeah. Craziness. The Republican.
It's like, and I told Mitt Romney to call me as early as he wanted to. He called me. He called me at 6 o'clock every morning.
6 in the morning.
And he'd be like, this is Mitt. There's an old lady with a broke hip. We need to go to her rescue.
You mean like, this is Mitt. There is an old lady with a broke hip. We need to go to her rescue.
I can't wait till they debate, man.
I know. It'll be like,
Obama will be like, we're trying to get some jobs in this country. Mitt's going to be like, what you need to do is get some jobs in this country
as soon as possible.
Now, I don't know where the jobs are going, but I'm going to create some jobs in this country because I'm a rich guy.
And jobs will be created for the success of America, so America can succeed successfully.
Obama's like, Mitt Romney doesn't want you to have a job.
I do want you to have a job. Do not listen to Barack Obama. He does not want America to succeed successfully, such as I do.
I feel bad for President Obama. He just doesn't want American citizens to have jobs.
Or succeed.
Or succeed in life.
Here's 3 doors down.
25 years ago, Mitt Romney pushed 3 old women into an iron smelting furnace. Oh my God. And he says he wants to create jobs.
And that's got everything to do with creating jobs. This is perfect. I'm writing in DDP.
DDP's probably got an impassioned promo for politics ready.
By God, I bet he does.
That's what I like about him. You could wake him up in the middle of the night and he would tell you what was going on with something. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
That guy's ready to rock and roll.
Hell yeah. At all times.
He is ready to rock and roll.
And we'll be talking to him here in a week or so.
Oh, no.
I can't wait for that.
I can't either.
But, folks, we're going to take a quick break and come back, and we're going to talk about some really fucked up Amish people that like to party. So, hold your horses.
How could you not want to hear about that?
I know. Just hold your horses, people. We'll be back right here in just a second, and we'll tell you all about these crazy ass fucked up Amish people that like to party. Be right back.
Hey folks, it's Pat from KYR Radio. We all know that the internet's a great advertising medium, and if you're looking to do so, look no farther than KYR Radio. KYR has several very reasonably priced packages for advertising, and we guarantee professional quality. So, if interested, please contact us at KYRradio12@gmail.com or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/KYRradio12.
And we're back with the crazy fucked up Amish people that like to party.
Sounds good to me.
And Ned told me all about him. I don't know. He watches stuff that I don't get to watch a lot of TV, and when I do, it's usually something like Honey Boo Boo, and if it's not, then it's NASCAR or WWE. So I'm limited. But Ned gets to watch the cool, fucked up reality shows. So
Well, I don't know. I'm a channel changer.
right.
Actually, I'm the opposite of that. I watch a few channels a lot. No, I take that back. I'm a channel. I watch channels on TV, like different ones.
As most people do.
Hold on a second. I gotta get straightened out on this. No, anyway. No, I like the National Geographic Channel.
I'm a fan.
As I enjoy the magazine.
I'm a fan.
It has very, very nice photographs of like people carrying stuff on their head and like
People
like water and mountains and places where there's not a lot of water, like deserts.
tranquil things.
Yeah, and upsetting things sometimes.
Yeah. Let's not go into that.
Political violence. Anyway, I've been watching the Hutterites, and these people are awesome. The Hutterites are like the Mennonites and the Amish. They're like German Anabaptist splinter group, and they live in Montana, and they have a commune, basically, that they call the colony. It's this big patch of land that they own, and they all live in little houses around on it, and they farm communally, and they ride four-wheelers back and forth to each other's house. Like they have power tools, and they call each other on cell phones.
This is awesome.
But they wear their hair up like the women have it braided back and tied in the back, and they wear a cover and a dress.
Right.
And the guys wear long pants.
Like the Mennonites you see out at the grocery store.
Yeah, they wear long pants and button-up shirts and suspenders. They've always have suspenders on. That must be part of the regalia.
Part of the uniform.
Part of the Hutterite accoutrements. But they wear like wacky colored galluses, suspenders, so to speak. And they're sort of like the Amish and the Mennonites. But they're crazy. They like cuss each other out and get in fights. And I guess where they're German, they drink beer a lot. Not just with dinner. They have parties and like get drunk.
So they're like the Amish in every way, but every way.
Yeah. And not only that, like sometimes they'll be out in the barn and they'll be playing cards and drinking Busch Light.
Busch Lights. Yeah. Of all the things.
They drink Busch Light all the time, but I don't know. I guess it's in memory of, what was his name, Adolf Bush.
Yeah.
And sometimes some of the old men will drink Jägermeister. Like when they have their harvest parties and stuff.
Doing bombs before church.
Yeah. Oh, God, but the big controversy is the kids go to school.
Public school?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
They're not supposed to go to public school, and they have their own school that just goes to the 8th grade. But certain families are getting modernized. They want to live on the colony and stuff, but they just want to get education,
right,
and be able to send their kids to school.
Right.
And one of the older women, she went to school, and one of the guys in his 20s actually has a college degree. but they have to answer to this main colony that's up in Canada across the border. So whenever they fuck up, they send the elders down on them, and they all start texting each other like, "Oh God, it's the elders!
The elders are coming."
Because they transcend them, but they still have authority over them, you know. But they're just so crazy, and they get out and deer hunt, and they got these real wild accents too.
Oh no!
And like the little, I guess, 10, 12-year-old boys are always getting in these. They're always making bets on stuff with the different people have different. One of them's called the Money Boss, and he handles all the money.
Like everybody's money.
Yeah, they live on a colony.
So like they work and then they give all their money to this guy.
Yeah, but they've got a big, awesome, like they have big, nice barns and big shops full of tools and tractors and herds of cattle, and they've got those Rangers and four-wheelers, and they drive trucks, like the older men drive trucks.
I wonder how you get to be the money boss.
I don't know. I'm sure it's some kind of German trial by fire.
Oh, God.
Maybe they have to get in a saber duel or something.
They have to drink 2/5 of Jaeger and then do a saber duel.
They probably have a drinking contest of some sort.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, the only thing I know about them is from this show. They were sort of a new thing to me. I'd known about the Mennonites. I mean, vaguely what they were and stuff, and the Amish, of course.
Yeah.
You know, everybody knows about them from Weird Al.
Yeah, and Amish dailies.
Amish dailies and Kingpin.
Yeah, and Weird Al.
Yeah.
Kingpin. It was a good movie.
But not only that.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. Yeah. They like bet on these, like, I bet you I can kill a deer this year better than you can. You like, before you can get a deer. I bet you $20 I can get a deer. And he's like, I'll take you up on that. I bet you that you can't get a deer before I get a deer this year.
It was kind of Irish.
They do. They sound Irish, but they're like this weird dialect of German that doesn't exist anymore.
They're like Celtic.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
There's something. It's called it's, I think it. I would have to see it again. It's a weird old dialect of German. But they get in these arguments, and they start cussing at each other, and they're real religious people. And he's like, what the hell have you done? And then the old, like, 50-year-old woman is like, God damn it, what the hell are you doing?
Oh, my God. And they're super religious is what's so funny.
Yeah. And they have contests, like, one of them was for making deer jerky. And,
did somebody bet on it?
No, they got like $100 prize for whoever made the best.
Why the hell would you?
And that old woman said, here's your $100. You going to Best Buy today?
Oh, my God.
He's like, I don't know, next week probably.
But don't they have to give the money to the money boss? I mean, what's the point of entering a contest if you just have to give your winnings away?
No, they have personal money. I don't know how they divvy it out.
Oh,
they're just not allowed to have any other job.
I see.
Like one girl, she's 19 and she's really not wanting to be a Hutterite. You can tell.
Yeah,
and she's always like doing little stuff. She went into town and got a job as a waitress.
She went into town and got a job as a stripper.
Yeah. And then she invited a guy that used to be a Hutterite to a party that they were having that had like left or they kicked out.
He'd been excommunicated.
And she showed up and she had her hair down like normal girl hair.
Oh no. I bet they shunned her ass.
the elders do shun people. The one woman that she sent her kids to school so they could play basketball and football, and the elders found out about it and called her on her cell phone and told her they's gonna come down and shun her.
We're coming down to shun you.
Yeah, we're coming down there. She's like, oh damn it, the elders are coming.
You've got to quit the football team.
Yeah. But Ma, I don't want to quit the football team.
You've got to quit or we're going to be shunned.
I just can't stand it. And they come down, and she was over the kitchen, and they made her like not be the kitchen boss anymore.
Oh no, she got demoted,
and she didn't get to eat dinner with the rest of them.
Now, that's wrong.
Like for so long.
Why they won't do something like that?
And this other woman that was her buddy, like they're not supposed to talk to anybody while they're being shunned. She snuck her over some food and was like talking to her. She's like, if the elders find out you're over here, you'll be in big trouble. And she's like, oh, we're the elders.
Oh my God. If only, I mean, I've got to watch this show. I really have to.
It's pretty funny.
No.
I'm fascinated with this group.
I know. It's
They're the fun Amish.
definitely.
On one of them, it was like winter time, and before they all got baptized, they went and had a party.
Oh my God.
Or it was in celebration of being baptized, I think. Maybe they already had. And all of them went to the barn and got a keg. And the one dude that went to college, he's like one of the main characters. He got real drunk and let the barn burn down.
Oh no. I think that's the one that I was hearing about.
Yeah. And so the money boss was like trying to get it out of him, and he was like threatening him with the elders and stuff.
Now, if you don't tell me, I'm going to bring the elders.
All right, somebody's going to have to start talking around here, or every one of you is just getting to the elders.
Oh my God. That's horrible. Trying to use the elders against people. What about them?
Well, they did burn down a really nice barn, being idiots.
Hell, I could raise a new one in like 30 minutes or something.
I don't know. I would imagine, given the circumstances, that the real Amish, I mean, they're all real, but
Not the fake Amish.
I would imagine the Amish are a little quicker on the barns than the Hutterites.
He told him, the money boss told him when he said he was going to get the elders, they talked back. And the money boss said, you'd be better off sandpapering a wildcat's asshole in a small phone booth than to fuck with the elders. I don't know.
We need that bar music again.
I know. We'll bring that out of retirement soon enough. I just can't get over these Hutterites. It's I don't know. I've got to start watching more cool reality TV since this is going to be the last season of the Jersey Shore.
Oh Lord. Maybe they should pair up the Hutterites and the Jersey Shore.
That would probably be the most epic thing ever.
I think we've hit gold.
We better call Fox. They'll be all about it. You know that? Definitely. The Hutterites and the... let's see. Where would they be? It would have to be like...
The Montana Shore.
Yeah. The Montana Shore. Oh, it'd have to be somewhere with an ocean. They'd have to put them somewhere like Cancun or Nassau in the Bahamas or something like that, just to get the Hutterites a little out of their element, you know. Shake it up a little bit, I guess, is the best way to say it.
Tell the Jersey Shore they were going to put them in a house on the border. It'd be the border of Canada.
Oh my God. And like give them a hot tub and that be their only beach fun, as it were.
Yeah.
I don't know. It could work, I guess. Who knows? The frogs know.
What if they started hanging out with the Hutterites and they started getting alcohol poisoning and having to go to the hospital and stuff? Because the Hutterites were just tough-ass workers, like German
They just
people that could drink beer all the time.
that drink.
And then actually do stuff like go cattle rustling. They would never rustle there.
I don't know. They may rustle cattle. You never know. I mean, who knows how they're going to
I
act?
meant to say wrangling, I think.
Who knows how they're going to act when they get drunk? Hutterites, man. Apparently, you can never tell too much about them.
They are.
But I'd like to meet them or something. I mean,
Well, you got to go to the cold-ass part of Montana, apparently. It's always cold as shit looking up where they're at.
the cold ass part.
What's awesome, though, is they wear those big fur hats with the ears tied up.
Yeah, that's cool. I like the foot.
They're actually, like, really successful rednecks when you think about it. You know what I mean? Like, they do all the fun redneck stuff, but they're, like, real productive and, like, get shit done.
That's the big difference.
Yeah. And they have, like, all their four-wheelers and stuff is new, and their truck, like, they have the big farm trucks, and, like, apparently the money boss is hooking them up. I don't know.
I bet they get deals. They have to. Can you imagine the money boss going into town and, like, haggling?
Yeah, they pay taxes, though.
Oh, that's good.
They said that was a common misconception, was that they didn't have to pay taxes, but they did. They did indeed pay their taxes.
I've just now saw a Clint Eastwood quote that says Biden is agreeing with a body behind it. Clint Eastwood's
Clint Eastwood is a diarrhea face. I love Clint Eastwood, but he always has that constipated face.
he does, doesn't he?
And that's what makes him so badass. Man, when I haven't seen The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly in a while, and I watch it, and I see just this Italian
Spaghetti
Western, and during the Civil War, and it's like a samurai movie where they're like, like shooting each other's hats off and shooting guns out of each other's hand. And those big it's so magical.
And they bury him with their guns on.
Yeah. And you won't hear nobody say nothing for a long time. And all of a sudden he's like, Tuco. Hey, Tuco. What's up, Brandy?
Oh, my God. Gee, Lord in heaven. Awesome. What I love about it is that Metallica uses the ecstasy of gold as their entrance music.
Yeah. Those movies. Any of the movies that had Ennio Morricone do the music are awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I'm particularly a fan of Once Upon a Time in the West with Charles Bronson. When he sticks that harmonica in that guy's mouth like he did to him when he killed his brother.
Yeah.
It's like... It's the most ominous harmonica. It's like... Wah, wah. It's like the scariest harmonica music ever.
Because you know somebody's about to die. You just know it.
Ennio Morricone was a genius.
It really was.
He is considered like the greatest like film scorer ever, behind like John Williams or something.
If only he could have done Titanic.
Psst. Poppycock.
Oh, Oh, man. Twat.
Why must you speak that twaddle?
Oh, man. Why must you speak that twaddle? 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 Why must You just said twat.
I said twaddle.
It don't make it better if you add oddle to the end.
No, it turns it into an unoffensive British word that
It sounds like you're talking about a waddling twat. Like, oh look, there comes a waddle twat.
I know.
Let's call him twaddle.
It turns it all higgledy-piggledy.
Higgledy-piggledy, he says. That's fucking funny.
What was the guy? Let's see, Ennio Morricone. Sergio Leone. Any of his movies are great.
Sergio Leone.
Like the Dollars trilogies and stuff.
That sounds like a name from The Godfather.
Well, he was Italian.
Yeah. He wasn't in The Godfather, though.
There goes your theory about Italians.
I know. There went that. They must not be a real Italian if they're not in The Godfather, but apparently there are.
That proves that Italians aren't real.
It proves that Italians exist outside of The Godfather. Man. Folks, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come right back to you with some more craziness. So we'll sit tight and listen to a couple commercials.
On ddpyoga.com. You want to invest in yourself and take control of your life? I call it owning your life. Go to ddpyoga.com and own it. See ya. Bang! Monkey.
A picture's worth 1,000 words, but not $1,000. A. Fleming Photography delivers quality photos at affordable prices. AFP is available for all types of photo shoots, weddings, engagements, family portraits, and many, many more. Don't delay. Book today. Visit them at aflemingphotography.info or email at aflemingphotography@gmail.com.
And we're back.
You know what I thought you were doing for a minute?
What?
I thought you were timing that commercial break with a calendar. I was like, how long is he going to take?
We'll be back next week.
We'll be right back after these
7
week-long
days.
messages. No, that reminded me of the Sword and the Stone when he was like, "Hickatus, pickatus, wickatus, whack."
Oh, on the
Where's the
cartoon.
digital yet?
Oh, man. That was great.
Greatest Disney song, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
So many from that era. You know what I called that movie when I was little, and I have no idea why.
What?
Kevin and the Stone. A name that appears nowhere in that movie. I just named him myself.
He kind of does favor a Kevin.
He looks like a Kevin. He's got that mushroom of golden hair.
He's definitely a Kevin.
He's a Kevin in medieval England.
King Kevin.
I don't know. Kevin might be one of them names.
Could be.
I know it's the name of a guy that goes skiing sometimes.
Dude. Let's go get some North Face gear and
Let's hit the slopes, bro.
dude, let's go to Obergatlinburg.
Dude.
3 foot of powder, dude. I mean, I've got my board waxed. Dude, let's go right now. We can ride the tram.
Dude, let's stop at Jamba Juice.
Oh. Can we go to Starbucks after Jamba Juice?
I don't know. We could just drink stuff all day.
Oh man, I like drinking stuff. It makes me feel not thirsty.
Well, I like the flavor, I think.
Flavor.
You know, that dude that...
The clock.
You know the dude that wore the clock?
Jamba Juice. Jesus Christ. I've never been to a...
Actually, I take that back, dude. I think his name was Flavor.
Oh, not Flavor.
Can't be the same guy.
No, definitely not. Let's, dude, you want to go to Mellow Mushroom? And, get some slices.
Get a few slices.
Yeah. Let's get a pie.
When's the last time you called a pizza a pie?
Just a few seconds ago was the first time I've ever called a pizza a pie.
That died out, didn't it?
Yeah, it didn't last. I've never ever called it that. If I have, then
You have to be like a real like New York OG or something for that.
did you just say an old G or an OG?
An OG, an original gangster,
Oh yeah.
or an old G.
An old G.
You know, like a gangster.
A gangster.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What was that guy's name? That was his voice.
I'm not sure.
Like Edward G. Robinson or something.
Edward G. Scissorhands. I'm sorry, that was a bad joke.
Yeah, Edward G. Scissorhands.
That was a bad joke.
I wouldn't even think. I was looking that deer in the eye. The Hyacinth House is festooned with trophies of death.
My father-in-law cleaned the Hyacinth House for us.
It's quite magnificent.
It really is. He's like cleared everything out, and
It sort of looks like a Cracker Barrel on acid or something.
yeah. I mean, we've got deer heads, skulls, real skulls of animals. We've got Grateful Dead pictures, Jim Morrison, Confederate money. Oh man, the list goes on. And then we put my Injustice for All banner up too. So we got some Metallica in the house. And the Living Dead guns hanging up there too.
Yeah.
And a longbow that I hadn't noticed until just the other day. Did you see that?
I've looked at that every time I've been in here.
I've never noticed it.
I thought you just took it for granted.
No, I just never saw it there. I'd like to string it up and shoot something with it.
I know. My luck, that thing would fly apart and de-sacrify me.
Just shoot yourself with it. Commit arrow suicide. Completely by accident.
Yeah.
But
It looks like a mighty bow of you.
true that, homie.
I was looking at all these faces over here on your screen,
Yeah.
and I got to one.
Oh, I
And I
know.
think you know who it is.
He just pops up.
And I was like, ugh.
In case you couldn't figure it out, I'm getting ready to go into a big plug for the Scarefest deal. So I have the page pulled up, and like the background of the page is faces of all the people that's going to be there. And then all of a sudden, you know, you're looking at them, and then here's Kane Hodder. And it's like the way that the part of the page with all the information is, the way that the faces beside it are situated. It's like Kane Hodder standing behind it, and he's kind of peering out at you. It's kind of creepy.
I don't know about the fest, but the website has succeeded.
In being scary. But as you know, Scarefest is coming up in less than a month, about 28 days now. And it's at the Lexington Convention Center, which is Rope Arena, downtown, on Broadway, down there in Lexington, right up by the Big Blue Martini. Is it still called the Big Blue Martini?
I don't know. That's a good question.
But anyways, it's there, and it's September the 28th through the 30th.
It was the Big Blue Martini for a while, so I imagine it's going to be around. Of course, Buster's was in its place for a while, and I came back one day and the whole block was gone.
Buster's is still kicking, though.
The new Buster's is way surpasses the old Buster's.
Like, apparently it's like the hot spot now.
Yeah, they have all the like touring, like national headliner type bands now.
Yeah. Right. But Scarefest got a ton of guests. we went through them all several times, no need to go through it again, I don't guess. I mean, you just need to go if you can get out and go. We're going to be there.
Hodder haunts my dreams, and that, we know that.
Yeah.
But this dude that played Predator is the most frightening looking man I've ever seen in my life.
Where's he at? That's the Creeper, ain't it?
Go down. I think it's Predator.
That's the Creeper.
Mm-mm.
Is there a Predator on here? Where?
Right side. Biggest one.
This guy?
Down and left.
Oh, yeah, that's he's one of the Jasons, too. Let's find him real quick. Let's see. Derek Mears. Derek Mears. He is kind of... Does he even have eyebrows?
I don't know. I think he might be a reptilian.
Lizard people. He's one of them.
We're going to open up the lizard hotline east of the Rockies.
I just saw something really sad that I've not seen until today. Kane Hodder has been canceled from Scarefest. And as well has Danielle Harris, who we were supposed to interview. I am so upset. So upset. Well. We'll get Danielle. She said that she would do a recorded phoner.
A phoner. That's what they say in the industry.
She's going to give us a phoner.
She gonna get let's not get too crazy or she won't give a shit. She'll be like, I was gonna give you a what?
Yeah, no interviews for you guys ever. I really didn't mean anything bad by it. So, man, I should have.
That's a gruff look.
I just looked at this the other night too, so it's kind of.
They probably won't even have it.
Oh God! What have they done? Just cancel it about the day before.
Well, if we get down there and it's Rupp Arena's doing a live Paula Deen show.
It was all up front.
Yeah.
Well, Josh Gates ain't canceled, so we still got that.
Rare appearance too.
Yeah.
He's next to one of the greatest actors ever. And he put rare appearance on his. We've got MF and Caligula here.
Oh my God. You took out the profanity when you were talking about the most horrible movie. It's like you should be saying motherfucking son of a bitch and cunt ass pussy Caligula rather than...
I don't know. The Hutterites are messing with my profanity. I don't know what's up and down anymore.
You've got to let the bombadilly back in.
I just don't know myself anymore. I'm going to have to ask Chip Coffee to center me.
You're a bombadilly, damn it!
He's going to have to get me on the right track.
Shit. But we've got that going on, hopefully.
Yeah.
If it's not a Paula Deen, if it's not Paula Deen trickery.
That guy right there is the...
That's Paula Deen's husband.
No, what was that show about? What was that show where the guy was the rock and roll exterminator?
Oh, Billy the Exterminator.
That was rock and roll cryptozoologist.
Yeah. I like Billy the Exterminator.
I'd like to go up to him and ask him what he thinks about Dog Man. He's probably like, twaddle. And he's like, back to Bigfoot.
Yeah. And then that same weekend, on the same days, up in Columbus, there's Wizard World, Ohio. And the guests at this show was, Sean Patrick Flannery, David Della Rocco, and Norman Reedus, all from the Boondock Saints. You've got Eliza Dushku, who was in Buffy, and True Lies, Bring It On, Jane Silent Bob, William Shatner. I think we all know who the fuck that is. You know. And then,
You know what's funny?
what's that?
This morning I watched the episode of Fresh Prince with William Shatner on it.
Yes.
When Carlton kept aggravating the piss out of him. And then they knocked his tooth out and he got high on laughing gas.
Yeah.
And they were brushing his teeth with that big giant toothbrush.
Yes. And then we've also got Stan Lee. I mean, creator of Spider-Man, the X-Men, Fantastic Four, Avengers. He's fucking Stan Lee.
He's most famous for that Superhuman show on History Channel, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the real reason everybody knows him.
That's the only reason we know him.
And then my personal favorite thing that's going down is...
we got somebody on the Reptoid line.
It says unknown caller.
It might be a reptilian.
Oh, no. We probably shouldn't answer that.
Well, if it popped up and it said six-fingered reptilian giant.
And his number was 666-666. You know.
It was a number that wasn't the right amount of digits for an actual phone number.
Right. And my personal favorite thing is that CM Punk is going to be there. So, I'm stoked. And Dean Cain, but, we can get over that.
And best known for Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Exactly. And then, be sure to listen to us next week. We're going to be interviewing Sid Haig.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah. And then we've also got Diamond Dallas Page coming up for another interview. And
a real one where we can really
ask him shit.
There was a lot of people in the background freaking out. And people were trying to...
There was people trying to come and get his autograph, and we were holding him up. So
yeah, and people were trying to tase us and get us in wrestling moves. And
chop us and this, that, and
yeah.
That. But we got that coming up, and then, folks, I have just confirmed that Nico is ready to do his first installment of Merc, Where Are They Now? So, let me get him on the line real quick, and you guys talk with Ned here for just a second.
Hello, folks. Japan has surrendered. The last of our enemies have been laid low. And this has been a historical moment with Ned. Uh-oh.
Can't get to the phone? Just give me a call back.
Oh, we got his voicemail.
That's not him. It's a robot.
No.
It's a clever voice robot.
Oh, he said count to 30 and then call. Uh-oh. I missed the counting. I missed the counting part. Oh, shit.
We need to get everybody in the studio audience to count down.
Yeah, everybody, now, start counting down from 30. 30.
29. 28. Motherfucker, 27.
20. 20. Fuck, what's next? Damn it to hell. Now, he saw that, so he's obviously not walking outside yet.
You know what's funny?
What?
While we wait.
What's that?
On the Hutterites, a bunch of them were out in the garage. Listen.
Okay.
And they said, I don't know why these kids need to go to school. And the other one was like, what are they going to do? Learn algebra so they can fix the tractor? And then they started trying to cut this board to fit. And they were trying to do math, and none of them could. They were like 32, 3/16, 2/40.
Oh, man.
Just after they were dissing on algebra.
Yeah. Let's try it again. Continue talking about the Hutterites, Ned.
But yeah, I don't know. I wrapped it up too soon. That was a little funny, though. I think National Geographic was trying to insert a little bit of Granny's well water into that. Otherwise known as irony. We got a situation.
Nico.
Oh, yes.
You are live and on the air, my friend.
What's going on, world?
Hey, tell everybody in the world of Kill Your Radio exactly what you're going to be doing here.
Well, here's how it's going to be, ladies and gents. On Kill Your Radio with Ned and Pat, you will have the segment entitled Merc, MIRC, Where Are They Now? Starring Nico Lewis. And what I'll be doing actually is I'll be going out to the world trying to find the people that used to be on that beloved Merc network that we used to love back between the, I'd say, what was it, between about 99 and 2002?
Yeah, 99, 2002, 3, somewhere in that area. Right, Ned?
Yeah, I had it in the 80s.
And Ned was surfing on his Macintosh back in the 80s.
Yeah, we had it when Al Gore invented the internet.
Like he was playing Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
Well,
I played Oregon Trail on a TI-4.
Big floppy disk the size of my head. But what I'll be doing, most definitely, we'll be going out and trying to find these people that were on it, were the regulars, like the Trash Devils, the Where Do I Stick Thises, the Horseflies, etc., etc. Try to figure out what they're doing in life, what their favorite memories were of the Merc days, what their favorite Merc battles were, and, stuff like that.
Exactly. So, who do you have for us first?
Well, the first interview that was so generous enough to actually come to me and talk to about it was Bill Morgan, formerly known as Where Do I Stick This? Where with the caret key do, caret key I, caret key stick, and caret key this.
Is this person a rabbit?
That was
this guy rabbit?
Merc. And what we talked about, basically, some of the things we talked about, it varied from like how people would fight on Merc, they would get into it, and they would pretend they didn't even know each other the next day.
Right.
And, we're going to try to keep names very limited. We don't really want to bring up any hard feelings with people, but you know how that always happens. You get into it with somebody on Merc, you call them everything but a milk cow, and the next day you pretended they didn't exist at school.
Exactly.
And we talked about that. And I mean, they were big age. I mean, you had some people in middle school, going at the people like seniors in high school, or people that were even out of school, and it was ridiculous. But it was all done so over the internet, like nobody had ever seen before. So they were able to take their aggressions out on pixelated images instead of the actual person, and I guess it just made it easier.
Right.
So basically, we talked about that for a while, but then we got into, I asked him, I said, what's your biggest memory of the Merc days? And it's to no surprise, very much so, what mine was, the days of Jay Allah.
Oh, no. Not Jay Allah.
The Jay Allah.
Now, but Ned, do you remember Jay Allah?
I have no memories past 2 years ago.
Well, for everybody that doesn't know, Jay Allah was probably doing black comedy before it ever hit the mountains of eastern Kentucky, because he took
comedy to a level that comedy shouldn't exist.
Yeah, he fucked with everybody.
But the thing about it is, I mean, he did some things that were actually to the level of, there's things you just don't do or say, and he definitely crossed that line with a lot of people, with a lot of different topics that, I'm not going to get into either.
He was the Lenny Bruce of Merc.
Do what?
He was the Lenny Bruce of Merc.
Yeah. he got pretty malicious at times.
Oh God! I mean, there were no limits what he would talk about or what he would make fun of per se.
Yeah.
I mean, he would get into stuff that like I said, on a personal level, you just don't do.
Right.
But one thing I remember, I was talking to Bill about it. And one thing me and him both brought up was what he did to me one time.
Uh-oh.
And I'm going to use this as the memory. This is for me and Bill both, just because it's about me, and I don't care to exploit myself, unlike anybody else.
Right. And
So what the man did, he took a picture I had that I posted on a little website I made up called Nico's World. This was before Facebook and social networks existed.
Was it GeoCities?
It was.
Was it no GeoCities?
I think it was.
Tell me it was.
Did you use Yahoo
I think
page?
it was.
Did you use Yahoo Page Builder?
I think it was.
Continue.
It was all colorful, like, I could use it.
Sweet.
But I made this website, weird. I wish it still, I'd actually still like to look at it, but it's no longer up. I checked a couple of years ago. But what the man did, I mean, I don't even know what he had against me other than I had an @ sign next to my name on Merc. Which I'll get into what that means later on.
I just want to let everybody know that I did too.
Do what?
I just want to let everybody know that I had one of those too.
Oh, yes. @ sign.
Yeah.
All about that. Now, if you had an @ sign, you pretty much had a gold medal.
Oh, yeah.
You were the gold star of Merc if you had an @ sign. That was about probably what would you say at a peak? About 7, 8 of us?
Yeah, there were 7 or 8 of us.
But anyways, here he was. J.R. Omer, me and him had a little scuffle. I was telling you shouldn't be saying these things to people in public, and I'm not even going to get into the stuff he was talking about.
Very bad.
Oh, God. I mean, talking about people's families and tragedies that happen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, I'm sitting there telling you don't need to be doing this publicly. So he takes it upon himself to go onto my website, take a picture of me smiling with a big shit-eating grin, and he decided he would play doctor with his picture.
Uh-oh.
Now, by playing doctor, I mean, he didn't give me a sex change operation, but he did give me a male enhancement with a stencil.
Oh, no.
And that's the part I never got. Instead of making me smaller, he made me massive. When I actually looked at the photo myself, I wished it was me.
You were like, yes.
I wished I existed in that way. I wished I could actually look in the mirror and see what Jay Olive's portrait portrayed me to be. And if you don't get it, he made my dick big.
Dumb it down a little.
I mean, he made it huge, and I wasn't even nude in the photo. I mean, I was just there, basically, like I said, just with a shit-eating grin. Hello, people, I'm Nico. Just a regular ho-hum photo that he takes it upon himself to enlarge what's beneath my undies. And at the time, I was 15 years old. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're 15 years old, and at the time, he was probably, 35. Nobody knows who he was or, what his trade is or if he even still exists.
We still don't know.
If he was only one person, there was theories that he was more than one people.
Where was I during this big meeting about J.I.? Why wasn't I invited?
Oh, we've discussed him for years. Over the card table. I've been playing poker with people. Like I talked to Chuck Wilcox about it. I'd be like, man, who was that guy? And he's like, I don't know. We come to the conclusion he could have been more than one person. So who knows?
Get drunk.
He took my photo. He took it upon himself to doctor. He gave me a male enhancement, but I don't understand why he done it that way. If it had been me and I wanted to get somebody, so to speak, I'd try to make them look, unmanly. I don't understand. I guess he just wanted to make it look like I was foolish enough to do that.
Right.
Just take a picture of myself naked, and, me being 15 years old, the internet was just blowing up. I just wanted to get myself out there, and he thought he would exploit that.
Maybe he just didn't have any other way of telling you he loved you.
I also thought that. He may have a man to it. I don't know.
When you push the little girl down that you really like on the sandbox?
Yeah.
But I don't know. All I know is basically it just boiled down to him just being a dick. And he was not only was he being a dick, he made me a dick.
Exactly.
And he didn't literally make me a dick with my personality or anything, but he actually literally made me a dick via creation on my body.
Well, at least he had the foresight to give you a giant wing.
That was the beauty of it. He may have been partially. He might have been like the Grinch when his heart grew 3 sizes. He felt pitiful for my picture and just figured, what? We'll see if we can't make him better.
Let's hook this boy up.
Maybe this is not a bad guy at all. Maybe he's like the Robin Hood of GeoCities.
He's the most mysterious human and or unearthly being to ever exist inside the realm of Merc. I know that.
He's a mystery wrapped in a riddle.
He's an enigma.
Exactly.
An enigma.
That's an old Batman reference.
Indeed. But back to, what I'm going to be doing with this. Yeah, Bill was my first interview. Where do I stick this? Formally, where do I stick this? And Pete and repeat, but that was his name.
So who else do you plan on getting for us? What's going to be your all-star for this?
Well, that's the thing about it. My goal is at the end of these interviews to actually find out who was Jay Alla.
Well, sir, I think you're going to have to do some investigating that may involve spanning the globe.
I mean, this has been, over 10 years in the making. If Carmen San Diego and Waldo can be found You know, I had a good time finding them as a child. I think as an adult I can find Joe Alla.
What we need to do is when you compile all of this research,
Oh, there will be everything.
we'll make one master GeoCities page with all their profiles. And shitty JPEGs and and like purple text with all their bios against the teal green background.
It's going to be awesome.
Well, a little GIF floating around with the hat signs, the dog house with stars in the background.
Best website ever. It's in the making right now. We'll link it. We'll link it on the Kill Your Radio page.
If I find him, I mean, I'm going to interview him. I want to be able to interview him and or her. It could be a woman. You know, there's theories it was a female.
It could be an alien.
But we don't know. Whoever it was, whoever he, she was, or whatever, me and a few comrades, hopefully I can get Bill to help me out, maybe a few others, maybe you guys can help me. We need to figure out who the man was, what his agenda was with all the shit he did, all the foolishness.
If he looks anything like a reptile, run.
Yeah, if he's a lizard person, get the fuck out of abort.
Oh. But who or what he ever turns out to be, you know, hopefully he or she will be kind enough, you know, give an interview. Maybe they've grown out of that awkward phase where they want to fuck with people on the internet.
Exactly.
Okay. But you wouldn't even Leslie. I mean, he actually became off status, I believe, in both the Leslie County and the Clay County page.
Yeah, I think he found a way to op himself, didn't he?
That's what they said. He literally could op himself. I mean, so whoever he was, that's a clue.
It might have been
Whoever he was very, very technically sound, you know, with computers and web-based design and whatnot.
It might have been Ferris Bueller in War Games.
It could be. Could have been Napoleon Dynamite in his youth. Who knows? But the only thing I do know is I do want to find out who he or she was, or who they were, figure out what was up with that, and that is the goal of this segment, other than to have multiple laughs and giggles.
Exactly. Well, man, we appreciate you coming on and doing the segment with us. We appreciate it so much.
No problem at all, fellas. Is that the gist of this segment?
Yeah. Laughs.
Let's keep it going.
Let's keep it going.
Keep it going. I guess we'll catch y'all on the flip.
Do you want to talk about somebody else? I mean, you know.
I only think. Well, the election's coming up.
Oh, God, we've already covered that.
We'll not do that. For another time.
We've covered that. But, hey, man, we want to thank you, too, for our theme song. We love it.
Oh, problem at all. I had a little venom caught in my neck. I had to spit, you know.
Hey, tell everybody where they can go listen to your other raps.
www.soundcloud.com/NEEKO487. Again, that's www.soundcloud.com/NEEKO487. And actually, now that you mentioned that, we actually made a new one out yesterday. Me and Youngin did. His name's Youngin. Shout out to Youngin from West Virginia. He's at Ashford College right now. He's got class tonight. Probably studying, but we're actually thinking about doing a video for the cut that we made yesterday. Y'all check it out on the SoundCloud page.
Hey, everybody go check it out, and we're waiting for Nico to make us an outro song, too.
Oh, it's coming. Give me my next week, and I'll have that.
The man says it's coming.
Next week we'll have an outro.
And you can
Speaking of outros, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do that George Costanza out on the high note. DTFN, ta-ta for now.
See you, buddy.
Later.
Wow. He was prepared.
He was on fire, wasn't he? He might be calling back.
He might be calling back. You never know. No, that's my brother, though. So let's see what's up.
Uh-oh.
Hey, man.
Hello.
You are on Kill Your Radio.
Nah. Spectacular.
Spec-fucking-tacular.
Don't curse. The FCC will shut you down.
The FCC can kiss our ass because we're on the internet.
That's the name.
Yeah, exactly. What are you up to tonight, oh brother of mine?
Traveling through the wilderness.
Traveling through the wilderness. Not the concrete jungles of L.A.
Absolutely not. I left that in the rear view.
Right on. I think my brother's going to start calling weekly to fuck with us.
Yeah, I've not made up my fake persona yet, so it's going to be a little while.
Well, us and our 132 listeners will be waiting for that. Well, I guess it would be 131 because you would be one of them, so...
Well, I'll simultaneously talk to you and listen, so...
Exactly. But, let us finish this shit up and I'll give you a holler back, okay? Alright, later.
Brother. That was cool. That was an unexpected call.
Scott, east of the Rockies.
Scott, east of the Rockies. What do you have to say? The FCC will shut you down. Right on.
Scott, we're losing Scott.
But thanks to Nico for Merc Where Are They Now. I think that's going to be really, I think that's going to get hot.
It's going to be almost as hot as that picture.
Yeah.
He was all about it, wasn't he?
Yeah. You know, I mean, Merc was a big thing when we were in high school.
I know.
It was like, that was, I think everybody communicated more with that than they did in person. Because it really, in a way, kind of broke down some of the social barriers that existed.
Yeah. And all the ones with that @ symbol, for y'all don't know, they were all a part of a group that met up and give each other blowjobs.
So he's telling the complete truth. Oh.
Yeah.
No, he's not. That's not true. I never gave anybody a blowjob. That didn't happen.
And remembered it.
Oh. Damn you to hell.
Oh, technicalities.
Damn cheap liquor.
Yeah. Damn. Kessler is not smooth as silk.
Beam 8-star. But we're looking forward to the rest of the Merc Where Are They Now segments. And we're also looking forward to getting Chad Turner on to do Tales from the Jail because I just think that's going to be funny as fuck myself. Don't you?
Yeah.
But beyond all that, and I can't remember what we were talking about before. I think we were saying something about Scarefest and Wizard World and whatnot. But
we were talking about that magnificent mustachioed man in those giant aviators.
Whose name could be pronounced Stan Lee or Stanley. Either way.
I know. How could you get around like that?
I don't know.
Like, unless his name was actually Stan.
Yeah.
Because Stanley is what Stan is short for.
What if his name is Stanley Lee?
Is he related to Bruce Lee?
Possibly. Now that's alliteration.
I gotta do my geisha laugh on that one.
You gotta do your bukkake laugh on that.
Silence.
I kill you.
Yeah. Silence.
But come out to those conventions if you can, and we're also going to be doing the Mary Breckenridge on the first weekend of October. Down there in Hyden on Main Street. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 down on Main Street.
I was driving my Chevy over some old bum on Main Street. I seen Lonnie down at the go-kart track. The sheriffs was sitting in front of the courthouse at the Dead Pecker Club on Main Street.
Down on Main Street. Right on, man.
I was waiting for my woman down at the toll booth. Maybe we should write some of the songs that he didn't have the heart to write.
Hey, listen now. There's this horrible website called Topics.
Oh, Lord.
And I was on it one night a few years back, 3 or 4, something like that. Saw the funniest post ever. I had to call Ned. I was like, Ned, you got to hear this. This guy was talking about some girl. that he wanted to have sex with or something. So the first couple of people say, oh, well, she's doing this and that and the other and blah, blah, blah. Then this guy replies to this thread and he says, tell her to meet me at the old toll booth. You bring the hole, I'll bring the pole. That's the most epic thing I've ever heard. Has to be.
In the words of Unknown Henson, romance.
Yeah.
Woman's like that, yeah.
And woman's like that. But, as we said before, next week we're going to be talking to Sid Haig right here on KYR Radio. And we're going to be talking to DDP. And I'm going to find out what happened with Daniel Harris and Kane Hodder.
We're getting some people on this.
Yeah, we're going to get our team. We want Nico on it.
Oh, God.
It's like, Scarefest, where are they now? Go. But
I've got some important information. I hacked into the iPhone network, and I found out Sid Haig is in Los Angeles, California, down by Grauman's
Chinese
Theater.
Thank you.
And Danielle Harris is somewhere in the Aleutian Islands in Alaska.
Filming the Yeti movie.
How she gets service, no one knows. Back to you, Pat.
Well, thank you, Ned. We're going to go to Jim Caldwell for the weather.
Yeah.
But we look forward to talking to Sid Haig. It's going to be really fun, and everything we're doing at the conventions and the Mary Breckenridge, we're going to try to maybe get some swag for people to win if they'll do a little contest or two that we can dream up. And the Trinidad Challenge is still out there.
Did I tell you about that dream I had the other night?
What was it?
There was a bunch of us out on a strip job.
Uh-huh.
And we were just like just out ginning around.
Yeah.
And we seen these planes go over. And they were sort of like coming at each other, like in the distance.
Yeah.
And then they got right over top of us, and one of them started shooting missiles at a UFO. And the UFO was like falling like in these burning radioactive, like hailstone-sized pieces of metal all over us, like like hitting the ground.
Oh, my God.
And so I was like yelling at everybody to get back to the house, and we all stripped down naked. And we're like fighting each other to get in the shower so we could wash the radiation off.
Man, you have the fucked up dreams.
And the funniest part about that dream was...
Oh, God.
Like any of it was funny. It's like horrible and scary.
The weird part of it
and none
was,
of it made sense. The weird part is, instead of everybody's genitals, there were little sensor bars.
What? Oh, my God. That's crazy.
Oh, Lord.
So funny. I just want to let everybody know that we're going to change the subject. No. We really need to take you to like a dream therapist, man, because I mean you got some weird shit going on sometimes.
I know, everybody's like, oh, the other night I dreamed I went to school and I didn't have any clothes on.
It's the other night I dreamed that I was driving a real badass car and there was this really hot girl with me.
I dreamed I was falling.
I dreamed,
and I'm like, I dreamed there was fat women materializing out of a purple cloud, and this man in a pimp suit was shooting them with penis magic missiles
and we were
blowing them up.
And we were going to Castle Dracula. You know,
yeah, we were Castle Dracula,
driving in a giant peanut.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden there were a bunch of cardinals, and the Pope was there.
Because he is Count Popular.
Yeah.
So, do you think now would be the good time for me to shamelessly plug my book?
If I figured you hadn't already done it a few times.
Well, I've not done it on here. I've done it on there. My book's published. It's called A Chronicle of Devil's Jump, Black Sand. And you can go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/patrick.smith.73997, and there are links to the page where you can buy the book. So go buy it if you want to. I'd really appreciate it. I hope you like it. That was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. And you know,
is it like black magnetic sand?
Yeah, it's like
hematite.
Yeah, it's exactly not like that at all. Yeah.
Is it like the remnants of an exploded UFO?
It's like the remnants of a rim job. Hey.
That's usually shame and infection.
Oh my God. I love you so much. That's why we're having the hetero life mate ceremony soon. We're going to do it at Scarefest. Clive Barker's going to be officiating.
These two wizards start stamping their staffs in the ground. Attention, please. We must have your attention.
Everyone must gather around for the joining of these two friends. And they start smoking wizard pipes. Yeah. It'll be awesome.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen.
What if we get little people to dress like hobbits, too?
Show me the way.
That'd be awesome. To the next whiskey bar.
Yeah. Where the little people dwell.
Moon of Alabama. Something just fell. What was it?
I think it was a knock at the door.
Really?
It's a knock at the door.
Well, who could it be?
I don't know.
We'll get them in a minute. Let's go ahead and finish this up.
See who it is.
Who could it be?
Swans, Avon. I don't know.
Swavon.
FedEx.
Come in. Someone needs to use the phone.
Hold on a second. Hit it.
Hold on a second. What? Who?
Hit the magic button.
Oh, hit this magic button?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're back after that random.
Yeah.
Random bit of randoms.
Who knew Mitt Romney knew how to get here?
I know. It's wild.
He's like, guys, I can't help but have been listening to your podcast, and I really don't appreciate the things you say about the singers that I've had for the convention. But I want you to know that, well, I'm going to get y'all jobs.
Oh, my God. Craziness.
Mm-hmm.
But, as we were saying, that's really about it for tonight. So, we will be back next week with Sid Haig. And after that, we'll have DDP. And then after that, we'll be going to Scarefest, I reckon.
Yeah.
So,
in the immortal words of my hero and yours, folks, we'll be back next week, Lord willing, if the creeks don't rise.
But, with that being said, my name is Pat. Beside me is my good friend Ned.
I rename Rainless.
I'll have to think about that one.
I was gonna say something stupid and I couldn't even get it out.
Oh, you did. What? You did. But anyways, I'm Pat. This is Ned. This is Ned, who always has to say.
Thank you all. Thanks once again.
Oh my God.
One and all.
Folks.
In the words of Uncle Bill.
Woo.
Time honored Lancaster. Hast thou brought hither Henry Hefford, thy bowed son, according to thy oath and ban.
We'll see you all next week with some more Kill Your Radio.